We have considered constructional details and details regarding armature windings in previous lecture. When we say that rated excitation is applied across field windings of alternator and prime mover is driven at synchronous speed, normal operation of alternator starts. If alternator has to supply local load, then load will draw some current depending upon load's rating and its power factor. For a moment, we will consider only rating of load or unity power factor load. If load is vanishingly small, prime mover has to supply mechanical power corresponding to only mechanical losses. Under these conditions, induced EMF and terminal voltages are equal. These phasors are shown on slide. If some load is applied across terminals of alternator, we will assume that load shall be balanced. Current shall flow through armature windings. This current must appear on phasor diagram. This current will flow through lumped parameters of armature windings. These lumped parameters are winding resistance and windings inductive reactance. It is common for such electrical lumped elements to produce voltage drop in phase with current for resistance and in phase quadrature with current for reactance. Under no load conditions, these drops were zero since current was zero. Therefore, induced EMF and terminal voltages are equal. Not only these drops are responsible for reducing induced EMF, but also armature reaction due to armature current reduces terminal voltage. The equivalent circuit on slide shows all lumped parameters for one of the phase. Ra represents winding resistance of one phase of armature. XL represents inductive reactance of one phase of armature windings. The next important parameter is XA, that is not an inductive reactance in real sense but could be used to account for effect of armature reaction. Armature reaction is the effect of magnetic field produced by load current. This effect is generally counted in two parts. One effect is direct weakening effect or demagnetizing effect. The second effect is cross-magnetizing or power producing. Therefore, term XA on equivalent circuit is considered as a fictitious reactance that do not obey magnetic characteristics of magnetic material used in machine. The phasor diagram at the end of slide on right side is more illustrative. We may visualize a change that occurs in phasor diagram with change in load value and load power factor. Also, comparison between no load to full load is also useful. Note various drops due to various lump parameters on phasor diagram and their interrelation. The EMF that is produced under no load conditions is E. When drop in XA, that is drop in fictitious reactance, is deducted from E, we get induced EMF at terminals. This value is represented by ET on equivalent circuit and phasor diagram. Further, when drop in armature resistance and reactance are deducted, we get actual terminal voltage or phasor V. Now let us consider power relations. Product of E and IA with cosine of angle between them, that is sigma plus phi, is total reactive power supplied by prime mover. Mechanical losses are also supplied by prime mover but do not appear in phasor diagram. We have drawn right angle triangle from phasor diagram to understand relation of active power and phases. The square relation of Pythagoras is used for this right angle triangle. Hypotenuse is E. One side corresponds to active power and other side corresponds to reactive power. On the next line, active component is multiplied by armature current. So we get mechanical power supplied by ignoring mechanical losses. It is important to see that if magnitude of load current is varied or if power factor of load is varied, how phasor diagram changes. Note that out of total mechanical power supplied by prime mover, some of the power is lost in mechanical losses that do not appear on phasor diagram, but equation contains power lost as armature copper losses. One more point that should be pointed out from phasor diagram is voltage drop in fictitious reactance is much larger than other drops. In this way, by analyzing one of the phase of synchronous machine working as an alternator, we see that ideal source on left side of equivalent circuit supplies power to load by incurring power losses and dropping voltages in lumped parameters.